Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we are going to do Act 7 Chapter 1 quest number 1. Now this is definitely going to be the easiest path for you. The two main nodes here are Flare and Colorblind. So let me talk about Flare first. Basically, you've also seen this in Act 5 I think. So your damage is increased by a ton. As you can see, like Claire Voyant without Suicide Mastery, it does not usually hit 18,000 medium attacks. But you also take some regeneration damage, so characters like Claire and Rogue are really good for this, because the regeneration of these two characters are directly proportional to the damage that they are doing. And because of Flare, you're just dealing some massive amount of damage, so like one special 2 can bring you from the verge of death to like a full yellow bar, and that is what makes Claire Voyant the MVP of this quest in my opinion. And at this point you want to move towards Storm and Iron Fist. The other node that I was talking about is Colorblind. So if you don't play incursions that much, then you might not have heard about it, but as long as you don't bring two characters of the same class, you should be fine. Like you can just ignore it at that point. But if you do bring same characters from the same class, then you will get degeneration plus the degeneration from Flare, and your health pool will just melt, and you don't want that. Now I am going to speed things up a little bit till the Yondu Boss, because all the fights in the lane are relatively easy, all straightforward fights. Most of them, like besides Red Guardian, all of them are really old defenders with easy to bait special attack. We don't have any tricky nodes going on, and the health pool is pretty big, but then you have Flare, so extra damage, so it don't even last that long. It's just that I don't have anything to talk about those fights, so I will just be rambling on about random things, and I don't want that. So we'll talk about Act 7 in general a little bit, and then we're going to jump to the Yondu fight. But first, I forgot to mention that if you do use 6-star champions, then they do get a pretty big boost, and I heard that they act as one rank above, like damage wise. So if you are using a rank 2 6-star character, it would act like a rank 3 6-star. So to test that out, I did take in my rank 2 6-star awakened Namor, and he actually, like if you have a Sig 200 Namor, I think he should be able to like not take the degeneration damage while you're hitting the opponent and reflect that as well, which is going to be pretty nice. And on this, so you need to take a left here, go for the Red Guardian, and here I'm going to use Nick Fury. Even without the life model decoy, you're going to see some crazy bleed damage coming out of this guy, and Red Guardian is just going to melt. So even the basic hits are doing an insane amount of damage. This fight is not going to last very long at all. 15 hits in, he's almost down, and just imagine what this guy would do with life model decoy as a 6-star rank 3 character. That would be crazy. Like probably 5 hits and the fight would be over. So now we move on to Gwenpool. This is where I'm going to try out my 6-star Namor. So apparently he should be hitting as a rank 3 6-star. I can't really tell because the flare is also increasing our damage. As you can see, like while we are hitting Gwenpool, we're not taking that much damage. It is a very low Sig Namor. He is Sig 35 or something, but he ended up being pretty decent here. Even like without the SP3, Imperious Rex or anything, he's just doing a lot of damage. Even the bleeds are doing some decent amount of damage, and the fight goes down. Now I think we have a Ultron, which is the final fight before the Yondu Boss, and you can see the thing before that, which allows you to replace one character in your team. So this is where I made a little bit of a mistake. Like it's not going to cost me anything. I think I just ended this quest with all my champions alive and at a pretty decent amount of health as well. But here you're going to see like Ultron, because we are doing some energy attacks, so he's healing a lot of the damage that we're doing. So what I ended up doing was to build up to 20 of the Claire Voyant charges and go for my SP3 instead. At the end we will regenerate back to full as well, because while he is regenerating the damage that we are doing, we are still dealing that damage, so we are going to heal from special 2s. Like I always get a little bit nervous when Ultron throws his special 2, but we're using heavy attacks to gain power faster, and we are going to go for another special 3 now. and then a few like one SP2 to heal up, and that will finish it off. Now because we did heal up, like at this point we are not degenerating anymore, so we just have the attack bonus and like nothing else. The degeneration is done, I think, because we healed up once because from the SP2, and now we are going to regenerate once again in a second here, using some heavy attacks for the power gain. And he's pretty down on health, so after the SP2 he does take some damage from it. We are at full health. I took SP1 to my face for some reason, and we're back to another SP2. We'll go use that, end up at a full yellow bar. He's almost down at this point. I think I'm going to finish it off with SP1, yeah. So now I have a choice to choose a different character. I'm almost at full health with everyone except Nemo and Nick. And I think I am, because I didn't build up Captain Marvel movie. I should have probably replaced Nemo, but I ended up replacing her with Stark and Spider-Man, because I was watching Seaton's guide earlier and he said that Starky or any damage dealer would be good for this fight. So I did give it a fair and this is a small roster reveal, I guess. I haven't done one of those in a while. So I recently, like, I didn't have Stark and Spider-Man for the longest time. I made a video about 2 months ago. That is when I pulled him out of a random cosmic tech dual crystal, and he is my latest rank 5, so I did wanted to give him a try against this Yondu. And this fight is not going to start too well. Like there is a lot of block damage involved, and if he gets one of those bleeds on you, then I bet you will just bleed to death. So in this fight, because you kind of want to intercept a lot, Ghost would be the best option for this, I assume. And I did hear a few people say that. So here I took a lot of block damage, but you can see like we are doing some great damage. And of course I didn't read any notes before going in, so I didn't know about the intercept fury till like at this point. We did get it once, but I have still no idea that we are going to get a fury out of that. And here you saw like the regeneration from the shocks, so I decided not to go for, like, even our basic attacks are doing some decent damage. So at this point I decided that I do not want to use my special 2, but I can still use my SP3, I guess. So here we have like taunts, so he's not going to his SP2, and it's a really easy fight. I'm going to start intercepting. He's really aggressive, so it's really easy to intercept. Like the backdraft thing, he just cooperates a lot, and yeah, like we are doing some decent amount of damage. He has a lot of health. We don't have flare anymore, so it feels like a long fight. It is a long fight, but it is again really straightforward once you get in this rotation of baiting his SP1s. And here I think I'm going to use my SP3, and this does not give him any regeneration, so it's all good. So after this point I am going to stick to my SP3s till the last 10 seconds of the fight, where I did use my SP1 to kill him. So every fight in this quest was soloed, and I didn't even prepare that well. So here I have like the fury from the intercept thing, and now I'm thinking what triggers that, and I will just like go for intercept, I think now. Yeah, and I saw that fury pop up, so this is where I knew that I should be intercepting a little bit more if I want this video to be less than 12 minutes, I guess. Which is, it still was a like 13-14 minute video. I just sped up half of it. Yeah, like at this point we are intercepting when he doesn't have 1 bar of power. When he does have 1 bar of power, we're baiting the SP1 taunt. Because of taunt, he's just throwing it almost immediately, and it's a really easy fight. Like I guess Corvus Clave, Ghost, all of those characters will be able to handle him fairly easily. Just bring a character who doesn't have a lot of debuffs, and if you have come this far in story content, and I'm sure that you know how to intercept, and you should be fine. And even like if it comes to it, you can just block. You bring a bleed immune character and block and bait his heavy attacks. It is a lot of block damage, so maybe bring someone with decent block proficiency. But we're going to go for SP1. The fight is over, the quest is done, and we are going to be rewarded by 1 mutant iso brick. But that's gonna do it for this one. Like after this, go to the teleporter and teleport to the. Hey, this is pretty cool actually. Like teleport. I have to use energy refill there. Yeah, I'll have to use energy refill again, and there the quest will just finish. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Like this video, share with your alliance, and bye bye.